Hello, I'm Gritty Iraneta. I just did a review on the dice game from a decade ago, 10 years ago. A guy named Baron Stewart played dice game for a Honda Element. I did it the original version, the Bob Barker version of the game. Even though I did my own way, you know, if Doug Davidson would have had review a number that's correct, he would do it like Drew Carey does. But here in my way, you know, I review numbers when it comes to the bad. You know, when you take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and what do you get? Of course, facts of life. But here in this game, that was kind of a heartbreaking loss, attempted loss, because Baron rode, he had two automatic numbers and two that needed to be. Well, here's what really happened. On the middle digit, the second digit, he wrote a 3. Well, that was already all right, because the price of the Honda Element was exactly $23,000. He got to the middle digit, which he rolled, the second die, which he rolled a 5. It was not the next number in the price of the Honda Element. He decided for the middle digit to be a 6 or higher than 5. Probably because I believe he might have seen Honda Element go over $23,500. But you know what I mean by that. Because you know that dice game is usually digits from 1 to 6. That excludes 0, 7, 8, and 9. So he decided to went higher than 5, probably because he saw a game where it was probably like 23-8 or 23-9, something. Well, I don't know if I should tell you. But then, the next roll was alright, because he rolled a 1, which was, of course, higher, because if you roll a 1 or a 6, it's always going to be correct. That was correct. And the last roll, the last digit, was where he had trouble. He had rolled a 2. It was not the last number. He thought it was higher than 2. I wanted to say the price of the car was $23,645. I think that's what he was guessing. That's what he thought the last digit was. The last 3 digits were 6, 4, and 5. And it turned out that it was not. That was another car price. It turned out to be 651. Although many of the audience, some of the audience were thinking that it was 23,455, because 57, because for the Doug Davidson version, the Doug version, when the 5 was revealed, they were afraid that would have been $23,455. The price of the car that was been rolled by Walter. long time when he wrote the digits correct, and it turned out that it was not, because the 1 was the last digit of the price of that car. And that's what made me felt terrible. I hate it when people lose on the last digit, then they don't say reveal the other digits. But in Bob Barker's case, it did happen. It did occur to reveal the other digits, because Bob didn't reveal the middle digit, because you know how Bob is when the contestant goes against the odds higher than 5 or lower than 2. But Bob actually started on the last digit instead of the digit that's already correct. And yeah, that's what I was really afraid of. The price of the car, of the Honda Element, $23,651. I remember one time it did lost with the 6 and the 1. The 6 with the, the digits that come to the only digit to lose. I can remember one time they rolled 3, 5, 5, 2 and lost. I think Barron had said the last digit was higher than 2, because most of the car prices could end with 5 sometimes. Most of the time, well, depends on the price of the car. It could get tricky. So it's been 10 years since the price of the Honda Element was lost. It would have been alright to post a squeeze play game where Michael lost a bed for $3,924. Maybe it would have been an Oskunko episode, or a winless episode. And that, gotta sign off here. I gotta get ready for bingo.